Hello and welcome back to another MC Championship video. MCC is finally ready for Season 3. The first event of the year kicks off later this month. Let's talk about everything we know so far about it. A reminder that only a small percentage of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. Now that MCC is officially ramping up for 2023, there'll be a lot more content from me. So if you don't want to miss that, then feel free to hit that red button. Plus, turn on post notifications so you stay up to date with all the MCC news from me. Remember that video I posted a few weeks ago? I know you've seen it, so don't worry. I'm not going to say the exact same stuff here, because not only do we have the confirmed official exact date for MCC 29, but also a ton more info about this next event. Let's go. On the final day of February, that's Tuesday the 28th, the official MC Championship Twitter account posted saying, "So, before we announce the date for MCC 29, when do you think it will be returning? Yes, Tubbo, we already know when you think it is." That final part of the tweet refers to the long joke about how Tubbo was supposedly leaking the 25th of March to be the date of MCC 29. Bear in mind, as discussed in the Season 3 return video I mentioned earlier, we already knew that the event would be back in March. I think the majority of the community were expecting the 25th, not just because of Tubbo, but because they thought if it was the 18th, then it would have been announced last week. Also, the date announcement was originally scheduled for last weekend, but got delayed to the midweek surprise we got in the end. Alright, I've been hyping up this date announcement since the start of the video, rightfully so, since this is massive news and marks the return of another set of events for a brand new season. Well, what is the date, you ask? One day after that other tweet we just saw, on Wednesday 1st of March, the Twitter then broke the silence with this. MCC will be returning to the Decision Dome for MCC 29 on Saturday, March 18th at 8 PM GMT. Can't believe they added a ceiling to the hub. Looks like I'll have to explain the last part of a tweet for the second time this video. There was a short video attached to this announcement. It doesn't reveal anything huge to us. In fact, it's just a bit of behind the scenes comedy, but I'll play it for you anyway.
Hey Eloise, you know it says gullible on the ceiling.
Tom, we're outside. It does not say gullible on the ceiling.
Trust me, it says gullible. I'm not on the ceiling.
We're outside. I'm not falling for it. You're not gonna get me.
Just look up. Just look up.
Alongside the date, the Twitter announcement also included the start time and the time zone to go by, but this remains the same as always, which is 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time GMT, not British Summertime BST, because at the end of October, the UK moved all its clocks back by 1 hour to reach GMT, hence GMT is a completely different time zone to BST, which is inactive right now. If you live outside the UK and are still confused by this, make sure to use a reliable time zone converter to find out when MCC 29 begins in your local area. I've linked a good website for that in the description. As usual, the MCC Discord server had its own similar announcement right after the Twitter date reveal, which said the dome finally opens on Season 3. MCC's triumphant return takes place on 18th March 8 PM GMT. Join the MCC 29 event and be notified when the event goes live. Elaborating on that final point once again, the MCC Discord is using that Discord events feature, which allows you to display interest in something and then that server will notify you when it starts. It's been used for some MCCs last year. This is already extremely popular, so much so that it attracted 1,000 interested users in just the first 15 minutes of the announcement. Now, if you think you're gonna somehow forget about March 18th, make sure you're in the MCC Discord server to join the event. More info on how to join the server at the end of this video. Alright, let's return to the actual date now. Carrying on the joke for one final time, Tubbo replies to the Twitter announcement, clearly in anguish that he was right. He's clearly been wronged, of course. Far fewer people expected the 18th as opposed to the 25th, but we can't complain. We are literally cutting the break 1 week shorter than originally anticipated. So actually, the mid-season break of Season 2 between 2021 and 2022 was the same length as this break from Seasons 2 to 3 at 11 weeks in both cases. So much shorter than that gruesome gap between Seasons 1 and 2, which was 5.5 months long. Now let's look ahead to the teams. The next big announcement for MCC 29. Expect them to be a fun set of crowd-pleasing, fan service teams for the first event of the season, just like how MCC 14 commenced Season 2 with a collection of some of arguably the coolest team POVs and combinations for an event. Not to mention this will be the first of 2023, of course. Season 1's team announcement graphics featured a smooth background with 2 shades of red. Season 2 spruced it up with a dampened paper style, a bit like a treasure map, while MCC 14's team graphics were unique as they featured custom art for each player. This was quickly removed due to artist controversy, and every event besides that has had the standard format of the player's square profile picture with their online name below that. What will the Season 3 team graphics look like? Who knows? And that's part of the beauty of team announcements. Whenever teams are announced, the first 5 will drop on one day and the remaining 5 will drop the next day at around the same time, and there's typically a 15-minute gap between each team's announcement, but there was no mention of when exactly the MCC 29 teams will drop. As of uploading this video, which is out 2 days after the date announcement, we've heard nothing about this. so it's guaranteed to be revealed next week. That's the week beginning Monday 6th of March. It could be this weekend, so Saturday the 4th and Sunday the 5th. However, personally, I reckon that's a little too close to the date announcement and the hype that's been following it, so a tiny bit after would make more sense. Normally there are 3 day pairs for team announcements, these being Monday plus Tuesday, Thursday plus Friday, and Saturday plus Sunday. The past 3 events, so MCC's 26, 27, and 28, saw teams revealed 1.5 weeks before their respective events. Assuming MCC 29 follows this well-established trend, we should expect teams at the very latest on Thursday 9th and Friday 10th of March. That's the most likely prediction. Again, I would discard the Saturday and Sunday of that week simply because the 11th and 12th are just too close to the game's announcement and MCC itself. Remember that these are educated guesses and they could throw us off by introducing a different day pair instead, like Tuesday and Wednesday, which they could do. Switch things up for season 3, you know. This is just speculation, so there's a tiny chance that I'm wrong. That practically covers the date and some decent guessing work about the teams. Now let's discuss everything we know so far about MCC 29. Besides being another canon event, we'll cover new prizes for winning, new games, new mascots, and so much more. Let's get started. Firstly, and you'll know this from my previous video on season 3, a few weeks ago on 10th of February, the MCC Twitter revealed the brand new oversimplified logo for all the events' mainstream branding to make it easier to incorporate to merch designs without potential copyright issues with Mojang due to the use of Minecraft mobs. The logo has always changed before the start of every season, so this is nothing uncommon. As for the team mascots, there were minor artistic tweaks to each one last year to make them pop out a bit more for MCC the event and MCC Island, and considering this was recent, I think they are all here to stay for now. So we should still have the red rabbits, the orange ocelots, the yellow yaks, the lime llamas, the green geckos, the cyan coyotes, the aqua axolotls, the blue bats, the purple pandas, and the pink parrots. In the past, if you win an MCC for the first time in a season, then you'd receive the exclusive MCC winners coin only available to official event champions. There's been one type of coin for season 1 and 2 types of coin in season 2. That's the regular canon winners coin, which was also awarded for all stars and underdogs, and the massive Pride 21 coin. Therefore, there will once again be an awesome new coin starting from events this year that will display season 3 on its front. Its exact design is unknown, but it shouldn't be vastly different to the season 2 coin on screen right now. Do you think there could be any alterations to the roster of games in the Decision Dome, like any new additions or the return of old community favorites from season 1? Let me know in the comments below. While I doubt there'll be any new games for MCC 29, throughout the rest of the season, some games will sadly get retired in favor of fresh concepts and revamps, such as Bingo, which we last saw in season 1 as Bingo but fast, but this game is super interesting as it's been hinted to return by the Noxcrew ever since season 2 began. Definitely new maps for some of the games though. I'm praying for a new Ace Race course and hole in the wall platform layout at the very least. The final bit of info we have about MCC 29 is a short list of some of the participants who haven't signed up to play in the event this time around. Let's find out who's out, shall we? This time Gemini Tay confirmed on their own Discord server that they won't be in the event, full stop. Also, Foolish Gamers briefly told his chat on stream recently they forgot to sign up. Palace Moon has said multiple times on her own streams that she didn't choose to partake in this one. Before we end, I just want to remind you that if you love talking about MCC just as much as I do, then you can join lots of free official social media platforms to do just that. To talk about our beloved Minecraft tournament and its public server MCC Island. Check the links in the description to join the official Discord server, subreddit page, and island forums to discuss with other members of this amazing community and post memes or statistics. There's lots you can do. Super stoked about the incredible work the Noxcrew have been putting in, which should gradually be revealed to us as the season progresses. Don't forget the major developments on the MCC Island public server too. I'm really excited for all the surprises they have in store for us, so massive thanks to the Noxcrew for planning, developing, and organizing what should hopefully be MCC's biggest and best season so far. Oh, and to Squad's Major for creating the teams, which should be dropping next week as mentioned earlier. Why not show us your season 3 hype in the comments below? Well, I've been your host, and I'll catch you all for the next MCC video. See ya, Minecraft champions!